Hey everyone, it's Sam Bryant from Bryant Taylor Law, and the question of the day is, do business attorneys represent the business or do they represent the owners? And this question of the day was inspired by a couple of clients who used an attorney for the first time. So they had a business, they still have it, and it's three partners, and they were asking a lot of questions because they weren't sure if they wanted us to be the business's attorney or their individual attorneys. And so I think that this was important to address because it's something that can be overlooked or underappreciated. So when you have a business can't walk, it doesn't talk, it doesn't sign anything. So of course, the business owners are going to be the ones signing the contracts. And if you need a business attorney for your business, the owners will be signing the retainer. However, they're going to be signing the retainer on behalf of the business. So just because an owner signs a retainer doesn't mean that the attorney represents the owner in their own individual capacity. If the attorney represents the business, it means that the business is the client, and it means that the attorney has to act in the best interest of the business, no matter what. So when you have a scenario where you're a business owner, and especially if you have partners, and you hire an attorney for your business, there's a couple things that you need to keep in mind. One, the attorney's loyalty is always to the business. And the business is separate from the individual owners. So if you want to leave the business and you need to be bought out and you want the attorney to draft up the paperwork for that, just know that the attorney has to do what's in the best interest of the business, and that's where the attorney's loyalty lies. It does not lie with you. If you want somebody to represent your interest and your interest alone, then you need your own individual attorney that will interact with the business attorney. The other important thing to understand is if you are a business owner and you do have a business attorney and you've got partners, your partners and yourself are privy to all of the conversations and communications between the attorney and the other partners. So in case that was a little confusing, every attorney and every client has something called attorney-client privilege. It means that as an attorney, if you're my client and you tell me something, I'm obligated to keep that between me and you. So if I am a business attorney and I represent a business, if one partner comes to me and tells me something, they cannot expect me to not tell the other partners if it's in their best interest and the business's best interest to do so. Because the business attorney represents the entire business, the business is a collection of the owners. So I owe just as much of a duty to you as I do to the others in regards to communication. So I can't keep something from one business owner that may detriment the other, especially if I feel that it may affect the business in some way. So when you have a situation like that with partners, it sometimes is advisable. I know it may not be practical, but it is advisable that you do seek a business attorney for your business, and then you also have your own attorney to help advocate for your interests. There are scenarios where a business attorney can operate with two hats. You can represent the business and represent the partners individually, because a lot of the times the interest of the business aligns with the interest of the individuals, and this happens when things go great or when things are going good. Because what's good for the business is usually what's good for the individuals. When things go bad or when somebody wants to leave and you have conflict, that's where you get into trouble. And that's where you have to separate the attorneys from the business and from the attorneys of the individuals. So that's our question of the day. I hope it didn't sound too complicated, but it is something that I do feel that is overlooked a lot of times. And when I'm talking with clients, it's something that we try to establish at the very beginning. It's a question that a lot of times they don't even expect to have to address because you just assume. But from our perspective as attorneys, it is very important because for us, we do have a heightened sense of duties with our client. So it only makes sense that there has to be a clear understanding on both sides on who the client is. So I hope you liked the video. If you do, please feel free to like our video. You can subscribe, leave comments. If there's anything that you would want us to discuss that you haven't seen so far, please let us know. We're here for you, and we always are going to create content that we feel is helpful. If something is addressed by one of our clients, we probably feel that there's other people like you who may get some value out of it as well. So that's what we're here for. And check out our channel. We have plenty of other videos for you as well. Have a good one.